Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WrestleMania 42 recap show. Man, what a wild and crazy WrestleMania it was as we see the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton in that huge championship match. What went wrong for Randy Orton? And Cody retained the championship, doing what he needed to do. But what price did Cody pay after what had went down? We'll talk about it. Get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WrestleMania 42 recap show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the WrestleMania recap. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and share. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the WrestleMania 42 recap. Man, we ain't gonna waste no time whatsoever. We're gonna kick things off with this. John Cena. Told you John Cena is back. John Cena hosting WrestleMania 42. This is the different incarnations of Cena. Cena dressed as his old gear, now wearing a suit now. John Cena trying to show his fascinated or something, whatever the hell you want to call it. But John Cena showing himself, and John Cena said he promised he's gonna be a big WrestleMania. John Cena was acting more like a natural host, acting like he was auditioning to be a host of the Oscars one day. What it looks like John Cena was doing that as well. But we get to this right here. That huge six-man tag team match that was going to be on ESPN. John Cena introduced the Usos that came out with LA Knight, went against the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Theory at the pinfall for LA Knight, but Logan Paul decided to turn against ISO Speed. I didn't know there was a feud that was waiting to happen, but it did, as you saw right there. And we saw how that went down as ISO Speed decided to get his revenge on Logan and went through the table and went slamming through the table, crashing down. It crashed down all right. ISO Speed got his revenge, and Speed doing what he needed to do, but he took a hurting beating. Everybody was filming at WrestleMania. Their content and stuff. Speed was filming his content. Even Pat McAfee filmed his content. Everybody was filming content. I mean, content creators, and it happened. Well, speaking of a person that is really controversial and outspoken, the one and only Stephen A. Smith from ESPN First Take, the Stephen A. Smith Show, and a host of others. Stephen A. Smith was in the house at WrestleMania, getting the loud full of booze. So Stephen A. Smith knows a thing or two. He could be naturally like progression as a manager. Could be the next Paul Heyman. You ask me. Jacob Fatu, as I had predicted, won his match over Drew McIntyre in that non-sanctioned match. Jacob Fatu took down Drew McIntyre throughout the whole entire match. Jacob Fatu even landed right here, crashed on Drew, and Drew didn't see it coming. Drew went down like an instant with the Slim Jim table. 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu gets the win. Jacob Fatu gets some sights set on what he got to do coming forward. Let's see what Jacob's going to do. As well as this, I had predicted next. It was just the ESPN hour. I had predicted the first match of the ESPN app after the ESPN hour was going to be the tag team titles, and it did. Alexa Bliss dressed up as a fairy, as well as the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax, and Last Legend dressed up like Demolition, paying homage to Demolition, winning being longest reigning tag team champions as well. But the surprise of the night, I had predicted that we heard rumors and reports that Paige was coming back. Paige came back, and the Bella twins, Nikki decided she was going to pull out and let Paige come back in. Paige did, and Paige and Bree are now the new Paige and Bree did, and see Paige and Bree win the tag team titles with Nikki pulling the side, Nikki pulling herself alongside. So we saw that. What a moment that was. Paige coming back to win gold at WrestleMania. Haven't seen Paige in nearly 8 years. So Paige coming back to make a statement. Yeah, she did. Well, speaking of that, another match that happened at WrestleMania right here. It looks like Becky Lynch was having issues with the referee, Jessica Carr. Becky Lynch found a way and defeated AJ Lee to regain the Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch now a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. I'm just going to leave for Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch doing the unthinkable, the impossible, doing what she did to win back her Intercontinental Championship as well. Well, Becky's husband, Seth Rollins, was in action. Seth Rollins had his eyes a little bit demon set and demon red. I don't know how Seth Rollins even get, but he did. Seth Rollins went against Gunther, and what an instant match that was. But Gunther found the way to choke out Seth Rollins and put him in a sleeper, and did so. But that wasn't it at the end of the night. As you see right here, Braun Breaker cost Seth Rollins his chance of winning against Gunther. Gunther found a way to win by choking Seth Rollins out. Oh, what could that favor Gunther was talking about with Paul Heyman? We don't know. Well, Braun Breaker came out of nowhere and speared. He ran like 50 miles per hour or something, like a locomotive, and speared Seth Rollins out his boots. And Braun Breaker meant business. Braun Breaker talking that action. Braun Breaker did what he needed to do. But we see that Braun Breaker is back. Braun Breaker showing the world that he's back. This might lead to a match at Backlash. This match was supposed to happen at Mania, but it just did. And Braun wasn't clear enough. So you kind of see Paul Heyman endorsing Braun Breaker back into the fray again. So you see how that's going to go with him. Well, it looks like Liv Morgan is a 3-time women's champion. Liv Morgan defeated Stephanie McMahon with the help of Dawn, Roxanne, and Raquel. They helped Liv Morgan regain back the women's Intercontinental, the women's title. She did so. Liv Morgan also performed her Britney Spears act like she did. Remember Britney Spears performed at the 2007 VMAs? Well, Britney Spears decided that she Liv Morgan could play Britney Spears and did so. She did, but she won back the women's championship tonight. So we see how that went well for Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan. Back in the saddle as the women's world champion. And what kind of discussion she's gonna do? But Dominic Mysterio better watch himself. Tomorrow is gonna be the demon for him. So we'll see if Dominic can focus. He focused on Liv tonight, but tomorrow night is gonna be a real different story. He goes against the demon Finn Balor. Well, we get to this right here. John Cena announced, and John Cena was the host of WrestleMania. He came back out to announce that WrestleMania had a new attendance record, 50,816. But we was graced by the presence of Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair, we haven't seen Bianca since last WrestleMania. But Bianca Belair revealed something real personal. She revealed that she's going to become a mother. Bianca Belair, the mother is the best. She's going to be the best mother. Revealed that she is indeed pregnant. Bianca Belair, happy, glowing. We're happy for her here on the Pro Wrestling Show. I always say, when you have time off, go and get a family. And Bianca Belair has done that. She's going to start her a family, her and Montez Ford. Gonna have that baby be the glue that holds the stick together with her blended family. So congratulations in order to Bianca Belair and Montez Ford on their impending but congratulations to Bianca Belair in that situation. Congratulations. Also, too, the Hall of Fame inductees came out as well. The Hall of Fame inductees came out. Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles co-headlined the Hall of Fame along with the immortal moment of the night, um, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant with their kids and Jimmy Hart out there, well as this family of Sid Vicious. Everybody else came out there, so it was a opening night for everybody to see at the for the Hall of Fame. Everybody coming out there, getting their accolades and their contributions to the wrestling business. Well, we get to this right here, the main event. The main event of the night was this right here. We want to show you this main event. It was Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Randy Orton. Pat McAfee was standing around being like a weasel as always, a leech or a grifter or whatever the hell you want to call it. Pat McAfee was out there trying to figure out what was going on. But Pat McAfee, I said somebody's gonna come out there. I think Jelly Roll is gonna come out there. Jelly Roll indeed came out there and landed and took Pat McAfee out on, put him on a stretcher. Jelly Roll basically like did a elbow drop and smashed Pat McAfee do the announcer's table. Pat McAfee we thought was done for the night, but no. Let's look at this right here. This is what we thought right here. Joe Rowe taking out Pat McAfee. Joe Rowe said, "Go on, do it one-on-one." And it was one-on-one. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. That WWE Championship match, Pat McAfee trying to stand in the eminence of glory and stuff. But Cody Rhodes needed to do like his old man, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Go take out the manager first, which was going to be Pat McAfee. I think Jelly Roll did that for him. And Cody was kind of laughing and smirking. But Pat McAfee returned. McAfee returned with a vengeance and tried to go after Cody until Randy Orton tried to pin Cody. Randy Orton RKO Pat McAfee. What's going on with that? It's like a lack of miscommunication going on between Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee. Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. I think Randy Orton kind of blaming Pat McAfee, which Randy Orton probably was blind and he just didn't care. Randy Orton's a snake anyway. He gonna do what he need to do. Randy Orton did that. Well, it's Cody kicked Randy Orton in the groin, and Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes trying to find his inner Randy Orton. He had to go in a darker place in order to defeat Randy Orton because that's what they were saying that Randy Orton wasn't going to be easy on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes needed to take it to Randy Orton if he wanted to win if he wanted to retain the WWE Championship, and that's what Cody Rhodes did. He pinned Randy Orton. And at the end of the night, Cody Rhodes retains the WWE Championship over Randy Orton. Randy Orton, immediately following the match, lost to Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton was seated. He was seated all right. He attacked Cody Rhodes from out of nowhere with the championship belt. Randy Orton sent a message that, hey, he could be wrestling Cody Rhodes for the championship at Backlash. So we could see a rematch between these two at Backlash. So we'll see how they're gonna play out eventually between them. So let's keep a close eye on this between the WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. But Cody Rhodes successfully defended the WWE Championship over Randy Orton. Randy Orton is gonna have to really figure out how to get back into the fray of things and get that world championship back. But that's going to be the case. But we'll see how this is going to pan out and how it's all going to figure out moving forward. So we'll see. how this going to go. Randy WrestleMania night one ended with Cody Rhodes retained the championship, but he paid a serious price by getting attacked by Randy Orton. So a lot going on. But, I mean, this WrestleMania was so. It wasn't too bad. I think night two will be the bigger show tomorrow. Have the bigger matches and bigger storylines, but we kind of see everything coming around into this. We told you that hey, Liv Morgan regained the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan back into the driver's seat once again as the Women's World Champion. So Liv Morgan is back at the driver's seat. Bianca Belair announced that she is pregnant. Congratulations, Bianca Belair. It's going to be a little bit longer. Bianca Belair. Hopefully, she'll have a happy and healthy baby. She's about on her first trimester, so at least her second trimester. And then you know out there which stage she is. Let me know. Becky Lynch regaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship over AJ Lee. A returning Paige returns and wins the women's tag team titles. There's a lot going on. Even Braun Breaker returning to Braun Breaker helping out Gunther and Paul Heyman in his corner. So we see a lot of that going on, as well as ISO Speed taking out his former friend Logan Paul. What that's going to lead to between them. ISO Speed taking out Logan Paul. So it's been and then a lot. So Cody Rhodes retained the championship as well. So we see a lot's going on with that. All right. What a WrestleMania 42 recap show it was. It was a bigger recap show, but we got through it. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the recap show for WrestleMania 42. We'll have predicted outcome for WrestleMania 42 night 2 tomorrow, as well as the recap show. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendra Dixon. So long. We'll see you tomorrow here on the Pro Wrestling Show.